The brand new generation of the Lexus GX was originally teased by Lexus a few days ago, when the firm made an unexpected announcement on their website and gave us our first look at the revised GX. The current generation GX made its debut back in 2010, thus this eagerly anticipated update has been in the works for quite some time. The photographs Lexus published demonstrate the model's much-needed facelift, with the SUV receiving a sharper, more aggressive style. By showing us close-up pictures of both the front and rear lighting, Lexus was careful not to reveal too much in their teaser. Sculpted wheel arches and a hood give the car's front end an extremely bulky appearance. This SUV already appears remarkably rugged, even before the rear full-length taillight, which is located immediately over the elegant Lexus insignia. There are a few rumors regarding what might be in the new Lexus GX's engine as well as a few other facts, despite the fact that Lexus hasn't given us a lot to go on. When examining the press images, there are many distinct details that are simple to overlook yet reveal a lot about how this automobile may appear when it is finally released to the public. Some of these characteristics are quite typical for the Lexus brand, while others are a bit more unexpected, leaving us to question just which direction the 2024 GX will take. The triple-beam LED headlights are the most visible feature of all. Given that many of the brand's current models use this design and that many of Lexus's sister brands employ designs quite similar to this is not at all surprising. But obviously the daytime running light on this vehicle differs slightly from the Lexus design as a whole in that it doesn't strut backwards violently. It adopts the SUV's anticipated tone by having a more serious and substantial mountain peak design. The blacked-out grille is another visible design element in these images. It's hoped that you won't have to fork out a lot of money for a premium model in order to receive this option, since it's anticipated that it will come standard on the majority of GX trim levels. The tilt of the front windshield in the front side shots is a little unexpected. The enormous vehicle may wind up with an entirely different profile as a result, potentially adopting a strategy identical to the Toyota FJ Cruiser. As Toyota is Lexus' parent company, which is something we all know, Lexus frequently borrows bits and pieces from Toyota while developing its vehicles. This is probably the situation with our upcoming GX release. It appears that Lexus will take a lot of inspiration from the Toyota Tundra and Sequoia. The most obvious example of this borrowing is the likelihood that both Toyota body-on-frame platforms will be used by the new Lexus. We can certainly anticipate the GX to have a third row of seating given how large the Sequoia is. This vehicle will also likely be an excellent off-roader, so we can expect that as well. To see the full extent of this vehicle's potential, however, we must first consider what engine we anticipate will be powering this powerful machine. It wouldn't be shocking if Lexus decided to forego the massive V8 in favor of the hybrid V6 we see in the Toyotas if it did decide to make use of the body-on-frame construction and some of the more sophisticated technology of the Sequoia and Tundra. Though we don't anticipate the 2024 Lexus GX to be lacking in any power, a twin-turbo is offered on both the Tundra and the Sequoia. Where does that leave the GX in terms of the market or even its position within the current lineup of Lexus SUVs? The LX600 is currently Lexus' refined flagship SUV, and the company plans to introduce the TX in 2024 as well. The TX will focus more on being an on-road SUV. This means that the GX, an off-road vehicle with some capability but without the premium LX level of sophistication, sits perfectly between the two versions. Some information is available regarding the price that customers might anticipate paying for the impending 2024 GX. Although there have been improvements, it is not anticipated that the price of the GX would increase significantly from where it is at the moment. The base model of the SUV shouldn't cost customers more than $60,000. It is most likely that the intermediate trim will cost roughly $68,000. It is not anticipated that the SUV's top-tier specification will cost more than $75,000. Long anticipated and well-received is the new Lexus GX design for 2024. The SUV already has the appearance of being capable of dealing with any challenge placed in its path. Even though we now only have a limited amount of information on the new model, all that is known so far suggests that the car maker will introduce at the very least a new, capable, and fascinating SUV. And while waiting for this newly redesigned GX, let's take a look at the current model year available in the market, the 2023 Lexus GX 460. Depending on whether captain's chairs are included in the second row or not, the GX 460, Lexus' second largest SUV, it is smaller than the LX, may seat 6 or 7 passengers. In order to provide extra flexibility, the third row folds down in a 50-50 offset. It floats like a waterbed on wheels and is massive and bulky. It's also among the greatest cars you can take on an off-roading excursion from the dealer's lot. The GX excels in these areas, and for owners of this car, there is no better way to ensure contentment. With the exception of a few aesthetic changes, model year 2023 is more or less the same as 2022. A 360-degree camera has been added to the 3,000-unit Blackline Special Edition, and a stunning Mark Levinson audio system will be available in the luxury trim starting in 2023, taking both versions to the next level. While the lowest trim comes with a respectable driver assist suite and a dynamic suspension system, most buyers will be pleased with the top two models. The GX is offered in 3 trim levels: base, premium, and luxury. The GX is currently in its second generation, which began in 2010, and because to its extended tenure, it is considered antiquated by modern standards. The GX hasn't seen any updates in a while, but its devoted followers don't seem to mind much like the Toyota 4Runner, which appeals to a comparable audience. The luxurious Lincoln Aviator, the cutting-edge luxury upstart Genesis GV80, and the classy off-road capable Land Rover Discovery are the GX's rivals in the segment of luxury 3-row SUVs. The GX falls behind in this group in terms of efficiency, technical advancements, and driving manners. However, the Lexus still exudes an air of sophistication and has a gorgeous look that we have seen through all these years and make it seem comfortable and familiar, like a warm blanket. The GX makes an impression with 4-wheel drive, a strong V8 engine under the hood, and a suspension made to withstand some abuse. It has a towing capacity of 6,500 pounds and is capable of withstanding the test of time and hundreds of thousands of kilometers without breaking a sweat. Rivals like the GV80 and Aviator feature more powerful, though pavement-only engines that produce more horsepower and torque. If you're set on a GX, base models start at $56,425 plus $1,150 for destination. You might as well spend the extra money on the luxury trim, $67,080, with the off-road package. Therefore, the GX can perform as an SUV capable of tearing up the dirt while also allowing its occupants to take use of a luxurious interior that offers a pleasurable ride. There are a baker's dozen or more options, but if you don't see yourself getting off the pavement very often, if at all, they are available. For instance, the inside space of the GV80 is more limited, despite its outstanding design and contemporary luxuries. With regard to safety features, Lexus is generous, offering a suite that includes lane keeping assistance, blind spot detection with rear cross traffic warnings, and more. With limited coverage for 4 years or 50,000 miles and a powertrain warranty that lasts 6 years or 70,000 miles, its warranty holds up against that of its rivals. Likewise, the GX includes a free year of servicing. You won't even mind popping in when necessary because Lexus normally does a great job designing welcoming dealerships. Is the 2023 Lexus GX worth it? The Lexus GX 460 is a substantial midsize SUV that seems and projects a more commanding presence than its dimensions may suggest. Even while it may not be the most cutting-edge SUV on the market, it offers a satisfying package for people searching for a car with an elegant interior and the capability to go on adventures. Having said that, did you love what you just saw? Let us know in the comment box below. And if you've watched up to this point, thank you so much. For more videos about EVs, Toyota, Tesla, Ford, and the most recent auto news, please consider subscribing to Tech Addicts.